is it? I don't have anything here for chapter 1. So let's go by the exercise. I think it's actually this one, guys. Page 47. I'm really sleepy. Okay, so let's talk about脳血管疾患. What is it in English? I think it's cerebrovascular accident, CVA or CVD. Cerebrovascular disease. Cerebrovascular accident or cerebrovascular disease. From my memory, if my memory is correct. So, no kekkan shikan. No kekkan. So the brain, the blood vessels. Shikan, disease. Okay. Or no sochu. Okay, so I just know it just right now. It's also called no sochu. Sochu as in sotsugyo. What is this kanji? Sochu, chu in the middle of the brain. Okay, let's fix it. Halaka. It's nothing to worry about. Okay. So here. No kekkan shikan. Or no sochu. Why it has a check mark here? No check mark. Okay. So this is a disease of the brain or the blood vessels wherein there's hemorrhage or there's bleeding. Okay. So there are two types. One is togai naishoketsu. Am I correct? Togai. Hi, the kanji is. I can't see. Togai naishuketsu. And then the other one is no kosoku. So here, the kanji is different. Okay, so I really wrote it here. However, I already forgot these things. So I said here Dougai nai shuketsu, scalp hemorrhage, scalp hemorrhage, or bleeding inside the skull. And then the no kosoku, why did I say here? I wrote here cerebral infarction. Is this correct? So let's just see. You can just write in the comments, in the comment section, if I got it wrong. So here, skull hemorrhage, there is bleeding. So the blood vessels burst, ruptured. That's why there's bleeding inside the brain. And on this one, no kosoku, there is not enough oxygen that goes to the brain because of a blockage in the blood vessels. So the blood vessels did not burst, did not rupture, but it's blocked. So under here there are two types, and under here there are also two types, depending on which part of the brain that bleeding, where the bleeding occurred. So what are those again? For the two types of no kekkan shikan, we have the hemorrhage or the dougai nai shuketsu. Shuketsu, it's bleeding, right? And then the other one is no kosoku or infarction, cerebral infarction. So let's now talk about the skull hemorrhage. As I said earlier, there are two types of skull hemorrhage, and it depends on which part of the brain did the hemorrhage occurred. So we have, let's write it here. No ato gai nai shuketsu. Dougai nai shuketsu. So we have no shuketsu. So this is like a review for me, guys, but I already forgot about it. So this was when? Last year, right? So yeah. So I'm now writing here the effects How do you say it? Did you hear it? My stomach is growling. Okay, so here we have no shuketsu and kumomaku ka shuketsu. So I think no shuketsu is there is bleeding, visible bleeding, right? Cranial hemorrhage. So Hanshin Mahi. So usually the effect of this is paralysis, and it usually occurs between 40 to 50 years old. And the other one, the kumomaku ka shuketsu. So this is part of the layers of the skull. Kumomaku ka. So as you know, we have like the protective covering of our brain, right? So bleeding happened there, so the blood vessels ruptured, and then the bleeding stays inside the brain, causing pressure, appaku suru. So the blood is not going out, it just stays inside the cranial cavity, the protective covering, the kumomaku ka. I think it's subarachnoid space, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why there is pressure, and when there's pressure inside the brain, there is pain, intense pain that can be felt. And hakike. So because of the pressure, so it also, one of the symptoms, I think, is vomiting. So I think that's why if ever you're involved in any vehicular accident or something, you're gonna be watch out. Symptoms to watch out for is vomiting, because that could be a sign that there is hemorrhage inside the brain. And it usually occurs between 40 to 60 years of age. Okay, so this is ruptured blood vessels leading to bleeding. Okay. Let's now proceed to no gosoku. No gosoku. I wrote here cerebral infarction. So the brain dies because there's not enough oxygen that goes to the brain cells. So let's type it here. I'm writing it here. No gosoku. No gosoku. So there are two types. No soku Sokusen, and then no Kesen. So what do you know about embolus and thrombus? Do you remember those? Charot. Do you remember those? Okay. So the no Sokusen, so this is the embolus. This is a traveling blocks that impedes blood flow in the artery. So as you know, the brain has very tiny arteries, right? So if there's any plaque buildup that travels from the heart going to your brain, and then it gets stuck in those tiny arteries, then that causes no Sokusen. It occurs suddenly, CUNY. Okay. And then this one, no Kesen, so this is a thrombus. So Sokushizutsu Shoju ga what's this? Shinko suru. That's right. So the signs and symptoms gradually develops because this type of cerebral infarction in those tiny arteries in the brain, the plaque slowly builds up. So it takes time for the blood vessels to get fully blocked, so that the signs and symptoms slowly, gradually shows. So there. So in which type? Which type are you familiar with? So what are those again? So the two types of脳血管疾患 are the Togai Shuketsu and the No Kosoku. And then the Togai Shuketsu, the No To, what was that? That was a part of the brain. No Shuketsu, right? No Shuketsu, and then the other one, Komo Makoka Shuketsu. And then the other one, No Kosoku. So we have the traveling block, and then the slowly building up block. So the traveling block, that's no Sokusen, and then the slowly building up plaque is the no Kesen. Okay, don't forget. So now let's proceed to Ninshisho. Ninshisho, how many types are there? So there are actually 4 types. 4 types. So we have Alzheimer Gata. We also have 객관세 ninshi. So when I study, guys, I try to search if there's any English. I try to search for the English, and then that's where I get to understand. So for the thesis, right? So again, what was the first one? It's Arutsuhaima Gata. And then the second one is Kekkansei Ninshisho. Kekkansei Ninshisho. So here are the 4 types. So practice also writing this one, guys. The kanji. At least it's one way of familiarizing the kanji though. Reading, writing. So the third one we have Levi, Sho, Tai, Gata. Levi bodies. And then the fourth, what's this? Zento, Soku, what? Zento, Soku, To, Gata, Ninshisho. So front and the side. Ninshisho. Front and the side of the brain that's affected. Or it's like the Picobio. I don't know what's Picobio. So for this one, let's try to answer. In page 47, here is an activity here, and say what type of ninshisho am I talking about? So 1. No kekkan shikan ga geinin de okurimasu. So this involves the blood vessels, so that should be Kekkansei Ninshisho. Next, Parkinson shoujo ga arawarimasu. So Parkinson symptoms can be seen. So that is Levi Sho Tai Gata Ninshisho. Remember that Parkinson is associated with Parkinson symptoms is associated with Levi body ninshisho. Levi Sho Tai Gata Ninshisho. Number 3. 70 歳以上の女性に多いです. So that answer is Alzheimer Gata Ninshisho. So Alzheimer's is most common among women, amongst women 70 years old and above. Alzheimer Gata Ninshisho. The number 4, Katamahiya Kotoba Shogai ga arawarimasu. So it involves paralysis and shogai is disability and I don't know. Then gengo, words and speech disability. So for this, type of ninshisho, there's gonna be difficulty in speaking and comprehending, and there's paralysis. So yeah, this is the kekkansei ninshisho. So since it involves the kekkan, the blood vessels, so that's where the paralysis occurs. That's why the paralysis occurs. And then number 5, zen toyo sokutoyo dake ga shushuku shimasu. Ishuku shimasu pala. So remember, zen toyo and sokotoyo, these are involved. So the type of ninshisho is gonna be zento sokoto gata ninshisho, or the pikubyo. And the number 6, ichinichi no naka de shoujo ga kawarimasu. So the symptoms varies in a day. So in a day, different signs and symptoms can be observed. So that is the Lebi Shotai Gata Ninshisho. So what was that again? The first one for the Lebi Shotai Gata Ninshisho. So Parkinson shoujo ga arawarimasu. So Parkinson shoujo ga arawarimasu. And then what was the last again? Ichinichi shoujo ga kawarimasu. So Parkinson, and then ichinichi shoujo kawarimasu. That's Lebi. And then number 7, no sentai no ishuku ga miraremasu. So the first one was the front and the side only, right? Ishuku ga miraremasu. So this one is the entire brain. So that is Alzheimer. So what was the other one again for Alzheimer? It occurs mostly with women 70 years old and above. And this one, whole part, no zentai, whole part of the brain, there's contractions. Ishuku. And then number 8, jinkaku henka ga miraremasu. So jinkaku, it's personality changes can be observed, can be seen. So this is the pikubyo, or the zen to sokoto gata ninshisho. And so what was the other one again for the zen to sokoto gata ninshisho? So the part that is affected, so it's only the zen toyo and then the sokotoyo. And we have 9, dansei ni ooi desu. So this one, it's most common in men, and that is kekkansei ninshisho. So this is also where paralysis and disability, speech disability, can be seen. And the last, what is this? 原子が何度も起こります。I think this is hallucination happens. It's in レビ小体型認知症. So let's repeat again. What are those? So for Alzheimer gata認知症, it occurs mostly in women 70 years old and above. I'm sorry. Something. Oh my god, not to cough. Not to viruses. So aside from it occurs to women, mostly to women 70 years old and above. What else for Alzheimer? So it's a whole part of the brain that is affected. No zentai. And another one, what else? So here in this activity there's only 2. Next we'll talk about Kekkan sei ninshisho. So kekkan, so there's paralysis, there is speech disability, occurs mostly in men, and what else? What was the last one? Kekkan. No Kekkan Shikan got gaining. So the reason for this is the diseases of the blood vessels. Okay, and then we have the Levi Shotai gata ninshisho. So Levi Parkinson, associated with Parkinson's syndromes. And then what was it? Ichinichi no naka de shoujo ga kawarimasu. So different symptoms in a day. And then genshi. It's genshi. How do you read this one? Hallucination. Okay, so hallucinations also in the Levi. And then the last but not the least, Zento Sokoto Gata Ninshisho. So yeah, it only involves the front and the sides of the brain. And then what else? Are there only 2? Yeah, there is only 2. And then Jinkaku Henka ga miraremasu. So there's a change in personality. So those are the things, guys. Are there other things listed here? So those are only the tip of the iceberg. There are other things listed, but I'm just talking about the ones in the activity page on 47. So yeah, goodbye for now, guys. I'm really sleepy. Let's see if I will be able to study chapter 5. It's a lot of topics though. Korekara. The topics are getting broader. More kotoba, more words. Yeah, so goodbye for now and have a good night. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope we all get to learn something from this go for 国家試験 Bye